Hello and welcome ladies and gentlemen to another StarCraft 2 cast with me, DistrictStarcraft, and I'm finally back with the Life versus Parting series. I've been having a few issues with shadow play, when it stopped recording my microphone. I don't know what's up with that, but we're giving it another shot here and we're back with game number 6 in this very close series. So far Life is up 3 games to 2 as we step into game number 6 here on Overgrowth LE. So spawning in the bottom left as our purple Protoss player, it's Parting. And up at the top right, representing KT Rollster, it's Life. So let's go ahead and speed up the game just slightly, because to be honest, there isn't a whole lot to talk about here. We all know what the map is. Come on, it's Overgrowth, man. It's the most well-liked map. I think the most the most played map as well. It's really well balanced. I think it may, in personal experience, I think it favors Zerg slightly in the later stages of the game, but the third base is a bit exposed earlier on at like the 9 to 10 minute mark, or like, no, rather 7 to 8 minute mark. So we'll see if Parting can utilize that here, perhaps go for a pretty large push at third base, over here to the left of course. Okay, we're at 3 minutes now. Let's slow down a bit and evaluate what has actually happened. Nexus has gone down for Parting, and at Camp Life we see the spawning pool come down. 15 hatch though, and a very early third base as well. So that 320 hatch, not quite 420, but a 320 hatch has come down for Life at the third base location, and Parting has yet to scout this out. He has of course seen the natural, he's seen the pool, he sees that there is no gas. So he probably expects a third base to come down, or at least already be down there at that third base location. So now at Camp Parting, he's of course going for that gate expand, something he has really liked to do in this series, and he's following it up with the cybernetics core, standard stuff. And now Parting is going to be scouting out that there is indeed a third hatchery coming up for Life. So he's like, alright, macro, cool, macro's fine with me. Or we know that Parting is really good with his gateway unit control that is. So he might just try to apply some pressure to that third base of Life. And by the way, if there are any viewers here with Legacy of the Void Beta, if you want to have like games casted, be sure to let me know in the comments if you have any games that you want to get casted. Because I have Legacy of the Void Beta of course, but I don't really want to cast my own games. So if you have any games that you want to have casted, it doesn't matter what league you are in, just Legacy of the Void is fine. That would be super awesome. Okay, Stalker and Mudship Core are now out. Look at how Parting opted to go for that Stalker instead of the Zealot that he cancelled. No aggression coming out. Okay, I'm gonna cancel the Zealot and go for a Stalker instead. Stalker can of course give him a bit of map control if he wants to. It's a pretty fast unit. It's just as fast as those Zerglings. But of course it is ranged, so he can kite those Zerglings for quite some time. And it looks like he is actually moving out right now. We'll see what Life can do about this. We'll see if Parting is going to deal any damage. We have 6 Lings coming in, and I think that is going to be enough to push this back really. As I said, Stalkers are just as fast as Zerglings. 2.95 movement speed on those suckers. And now on the back of this, Parting is going for a Stargate here, something he did on King Sejong as well. There he went for that Oracle, to later follow it up with like a second Oracle and then into a huge gateway attack, which didn't quite work out that well for him. But we'll see what he does in this game. Of course, he is the best Protoss around, so I think he's got quite a lot of strats up his sleeves. Okay, now we see the Roach Warren come down for Life. It is at a pretty standard timing. It is not late or anything, but it's not super early either. And now Life, he invested quite a bit into Lings to clean this up, so that's quite the investment out of Life actually. He's produced a ton of Lings. I think he was expecting more aggression than what actually came out of Parting. Has Life scattered out that the fact there is a Stargate? Nope, he hasn't scattered at all in the main base, so Life does not know about this Stargate just yet, and the Oracle is going to be popping right here, right now. Of course, there's always anti-air available for Life. He's got the Queens, and nowadays you don't need an Evolution Chamber to drop down Spore Crawlers, so Life can drop those down whenever he feels like. But there we go, he scouts it out now I think. So there's his first Spore Crawler coming down. Did you know that the Oracle actually kills a Queen in a one-on-one fight? But Parting, he's instead opting to go for the drones here, not wanting to take the fight with the queen. Probably a good choice since a second one joined in. But now Life is going to be applying a bit of pressure to Parting's base at the same time. He's made a ton of roaches that are coming across the map right now, and also a lot of links that are reinforcing this. Metabolic boost is going to be finishing up, and the question is, will Parting be able to hold on to this third base? As we all know, he's got some fantastic force field control, but is it going to be enough? Sentries don't deal a whole lot of damage to roaches, so we'll see what Parting can make happen. This is a ton of links and roaches about to get on top of this sentry army, but nope. Second great set of force fields coming down for Parting, and he manages to block out the roaches and links. The third base isn't quite done just yet, so he can't really drop down a photon overcharge, but I think it's just a matter of time. Can he hold on though with these sentries? Another great set of force fields coming down from Parting, but these roaches might be able to get on top of these sentries right here, right now. Another force field comes down, second one as well, keeping these roaches at bay. Parting is in a beautiful position here with these sentries, but can he hold on? Now finally links are going to be streaming in, right? I think links are about to get on top of these roaches, or these sentries rather, right here, right now, and this is a lot of gas that is coming down, or going down for Parting rather. He's losing a ton, and he still hasn't dropped the photon overcharge. Ooh, that is so many sentries going down. Up to 11 in total in this game. That's 1100 gas, which is an absurd amount. But we have to keep in mind that Life lost quite a bit in this as well. He's lost 82, 84 links. That just increases constantly. So 88 links were lost in that. Not a whole lot of gas, and Life did manage to kill off that third base, which is a very nice pickup for him. But still, keep in mind, Life invested a lot of larva into this and a lot of links, so that's like how many? That's like 40 drones that he could have made instead that were invested into these links to kill off the third base. So this was not like a free kill for Life at all. Ooh, that's a big read by Parting. Yeah, there we go. Cancel for that. And now a lot of Void Rays have been produced on the back of this for Parting, and of course Void Rays are pretty darn. Void Rays are pretty darn great against roaches. So look at this kitchen, this Protoss kitchen, man, that's super cute. So Void Rays can kill roaches indefinitely, so that is a nice tech switch there for Parting. But at the same time, Hydralisks are about to come out for Life, retouching that grooved spines immediately. And Hydralisks are great against Void Rays. The thing is though, Void Rays can trade with Hydralisk decently before the Hydras reach a critical number, so to speak. So we'll see if Parting pushes anytime soon, or if he's just gonna try to tech switch out of this, because he knows he can't stay on Void Rays for too long. He knows that Life is taking up the Hydralisks right now. So +1 attack is currently being researched for Parting, and it is going to be finishing. And as we all know, +1 attack for the Zealots is a blessing. They absolutely slaughter links. Links stand no chance against +1 Zealots, so that is a very nice upgrade to have now if Life goes into like a Hydra link composition, which it looks like is going to be all that he can afford to do, really. Hive is now coming in. That's a relatively early Hive. Well, it is pretty early. That was like a 10-minute infestation pit coming in, which is great against Stalker compositions, as I've mentioned multiple times in this series. But I don't know if it's going to be that great against this composition that Parting has. It is focused heavily around melee units here with these Zealots. So now Parting is coming in with a ton of order. He's going to be focusing this hatch down. And he can just recall out of this if he wants to. I don't know, man. He's getting surrounded now. And there's the recall coming off. Beautiful out of Parting. And on the back of it, certainly has tried to do some damage to his third base, but didn't quite manage to deal any damage whatsoever. So now finally Parting is taken out of this. He really had a clock on him there. He really needed to deal some damage with that Void Ray Zealot composition. Like 1 or 2 more minutes and the Hydralisks would have absolutely wrecked that army. But Parting got in, got out, and can now safely take switch, I think, to Colossi. Now we'll see if Life can deal any damage on the back of this. He is, of course, re-establishing his third base. But we're at the 14-minute mark, and even if Life would have been on 3 bases, it's not good enough, I feel. Having 3 base saturation at 14-minute mark isn't that great, as Zerg you generally want to be on 4 bases at least at the 14-minute mark. So currently he's only on 2, and he's trying to produce Vipers off of this Hive Tech, which is not cheap. That's a difficult thing to do. And in the armor supply, he is ahead. But we'll see if he can take this fight. Of course, Parting has Blink now, which is a very nice upgrade for him. And he's got some great force field control as well. And as I said, this third base is very exposed. There's a large entrance here to the third base, and if Parting can utilize his great force field control, then I think he's going to be able to take this fight right here. That's another great set of force fields coming down. Finally, a Blinding Cloud is being used here, since this Stalker composition has increased. And I think Parting is going to get pushed back. These Hydralisks have the ability to deal a ton of damage behind those force fields due to that 6 range that they've got. But still, these Voiders are alive and they can deal a ton of damage very quickly to that hatchery or the roaches. Ooh, Magic Core goes down. The Time Warp is dropped down on time, so no recall here available for Parting. Hydralisk trying to get on top of this army, but I think Parting is going to be able to clean this game up right here. 14 drones are being pulled and die immediately. So Parting, he's got a lot of Stalkers remaining. Life forces are dwindling. Parting aggressive blink as well, and GG is called. Parting takes game number 6. So the current score is 3-2-3. We're moving into game number 7. Stay tuned.